Hey guys, it's your boy. We're back with more Mall Future with content. And today on the update, we are here. V Tier 3 cable. Of course, we are going to be talking about cable and cable only in this video. And I'm sorry this video is late because we were actually streaming. Then it actually took some time to record that null runs as well. And we also will be comparing this uniform to the summer days uniform to get the good idea of if this uniform is better or not. If better, then how much better, right? Anyways, let's take a look at the tier 3 skill animation first. I like it. I really love the animation. So we have the shield, don't mess with cable, and there we go. Boom, just one shot and gone. Yep. So he's pretty good. Let's talk about the stats first. So we are missing out 50%. We have 50%, 58 critical rate and 128 track speed. Not bad. And we will talk about the uniform options in a bit. For the Urus, just regular Urus, no Odin's Blessing at all. Critical rate rolled for the last gear. All skills are level 6. The 5th skill gives you 50% damage to one attack when fighting a supervillain enemy. Although the proc is not stackable and carry through to the 6th skill, which I wish it was, but... that's alright. If it was, the damage would be way more. But other skills actually looks really similar. Power of Angry Hulk, CDP of Rage with a mythic uniform. The uniform options are Ronan, Captain Marvel, Deadpool, X-Force. Then we have the Vision, Uncanny Avengers. The fourth one is Cosmic Ghost Rider, Punisher. And then we have Scarlet Witch, all new, all different, the new uniform. And the good thing about this uniform is actually the uniform effect is applied throughout the run. You don't have to use the 5th skill. Now for this one, almost identical stat, just 3% less attack speed, but that will cap out when we use Cyclops in the team. Similar build, of course, we have not gonna be changing anything. All skills are level 6. Power of Angry Hulk, CTP of Rage, Energy, sorry. And then with a mythic uniform with 3 out of the 5 uniform options rolled for energy attack, critical all attack as well. The 5th skill is needs to be used to get that chain hit damage and critical damage from this uniform, which is okay, not like really needed, but anyways. We already know the summer days uniform. Let's talk about the rotation from here. So the rotation is exactly the same, I would say. So the first skill is very fast. So 4 cancel, we got 4 cancel, 3 cancel, 2 cancel, 5. Yes, we could not use the second skill there. And with the tier 3 skill, we'll talk about the tier 3 skill right now. So we'll go again, the same rotation. This is going to be the rotation. Don't change. Get the proc there. And the tier 3 skill will be right after the 5th skill. Yes, you have to use the tier 3 skill right after the 5th skill. Because as I said from the live stream, it looks like it was cancelable, and it is actually cancelable skill. So we have 81.3% energy attack on my cards. Let's start off the run with the stage 9 null clear with this uniform for the summer days uniform, which is of course one of the best uniform in the game. So a lot of people would be thinking that, hey, if the summer days uniform is actually worth it or not. Now the reason why I use the 5th skill earlier, and I think I must be missing a little bit more of that chain hit damage from some of the skills. The only reason why I hit, especially on this region, only on this uniform, I hit the 5th skill, instant cancel, 4 cancel, 3 cancel, 2 cancel, tier 3. Now that could be great, and you of course you need to get the proc on the 5th skill as well as the tier 3 on both the uniforms. But the reason why I did that is actually the 5th skill gives me the 35% chain hit damage from the uniform passive, which stacks up with my CDP of energy proc as well. Although the 35% when combined with the proc and the tier 3 skill does insane amount of damage, but the proc only works for like 5 seconds from the uniform passive. So maybe using the 5th skill after the 3rd skill would be better, and then 4 cancel, 3 cancel, 5 to tier 3 would be better than actually 5, 4, 3 to tier 3, because you want that chain hit damage to work for the entire duration of whenever you have your tier 3 skill available and when you use it, right? So might not be the best one with this uniform. So definitely the run can be improved. Although we will go with that 5th skill, I think. Okay, we'll go with the 5th skill. So we use the 5th skill a little bit late there. No worries, we still got the proc for like 3 seconds. We only missed 2 seconds of that. So no worries on that one. And then we are gonna get some good amount of damage. Okay, we missed that. We could not do anything. We could have gotten maybe 2 more bars or maybe 1.5 bar more. But that's okay. A bit messed up run, but that's okay. We still are getting the procs on the tier 3 skill. Although I do think that getting the proc on the tier 3 skill with this uniform is way more efficient and way more easier than compared to the new uniform. And I do say that because of the fifth skill on the new. I wish the fifth skill on the new uniform was actually a bit better, or even if it was actually same, they would actually allow us to use that proc from the fifth skill along with the tier 3 skill. And wow, did you see how much damage we lost there? Wow, man. It sucks. It sucks. Anyway, so we are doing good amount of damage. No worries. We are still going to be clearing it. Is all about how much time is it going to take us to clear this one. Now, I'm just going to use that just to activate the proc, and then my tier 3 skill will be available right now. Again, I have been making this mistake, and I think I should try to fix this mistake as soon as possible, because I have been running this uniform, and now I did not use the second skill. I think if you have max critical rate would be awesome for certain game modes like this one and ABX as well. And we will try to we will do the ABX comparison later on in 4 days, because it's still 4 days for the no restriction ABX. But the second skill is giving me 30% critical rate, and my critical rate on my cable is not maxed out. So that is the best that I can actually do right now. And I'm not going to use the tier 3 skill right now, but I will use the tier 3 skill now, right there, just to get some extra damage out of my cable when he goes into iframe. Then switch to Cyclops, because we don't want our cable to die. Still 140 remaining, we have plenty of time, no worries about the timings. It's all about the damage. And one thing I did notice in cables rotation and stuff like that, of course we have already talked about that before as well. If you miss the proc by an inch, it can cost you the run. It can cost you a lot of more points. And let's just put him to the 7th bar before he goes there. Anyways, so now on this tier 3 rotation, we will not be able to use the 5th skill, because that's not even there. So what we are going to do is 4 cancel, 3 cancel, tier 3, so that at least we get the proc. If not the chain hit damage, that was without the chain hit, so definitely the run could have been improved. And then let's go for the normal 4 cancel, 3 cancel, 2 cancel, 5 rotation. Moving forward to clearing this pretty comfortably with this team up. And of course, if you have a better build on cable, I would say if you have your critical rate maxed out, you can do it faster. 46 seconds remaining, not a perfect run. I think he can do it with a minute left on this one, of course, depending on the run. Now the new uniform and the rotation. So rotation, I'm going to be starting with 1 cancel, 4, 3, 2, 5. Of course, get the proc on the 5th skill, and you can see the damage. The damage on the Summer Days uniform with the infinite 5th skill is way better than this uniform. The damage difference from the tier 3 skill will make up for the damage loss, because tier 3 skill on this uniform does more damage. The only reason is that when you cancel and when you use the tier 3 skill always comes after the 5th skill. So the 5th skill is cancelable after like a second when the swords come around. And you can get that damage along with the tier 3, which kind of makes up for the missing unlimited or the infinite skill that we're missing on this uniform. Although it's great, the uniform passive is also activated all the time, so that also makes some difference when you use the tier 3 skill properly, and it can also help you controlling the procs. Although procs have been very weird on this uniform, to be honest. Like, I found that the proc were way more consistent. The proc and the run were actually way more consistent with the old uniform. Now, I could have used the tier 3 skill. I just did not want to do that. I could have done that. I should have done that, actually. That wasted our 7 or 8 seconds. So I think procs are way more consistent on that one. And maybe it could be possible that the skills that Cable has now are more suitable for CTP of Rage. I don't think so. I don't really think so. And the proc was late. The only reason why I don't really think that it could happen and its CTP of energy is still gonna be crazy is because of the tier 3 skill. Man, like, maybe yes, for ABX, I think Rage could actually range superior for Cable. Maybe, I'm not really sure. I'm gonna test it out. And because CTP of energy can give you issues when mobs will be around, this is just null. This is just null here, and no one else is here, so we are only fighting one guy. That's why our procs, even if they don't line up or something, we can still do great amount of damage and maintain the proc as well. Although that is not gonna be the case for ABX. So maybe for ABX, Rage could be more suitable, or you will have to leave your 5th skills out of those tier 3 rotations sometimes when mobs are around, which will definitely make you lose points in ABX. But of course, you get something. You cannot get everything good at. So maybe I think the Summer Days uniform is still viable. I don't think that's outdated, and that's really amazing. And you can see the damage difference is not really crazy on this uniform to that uniform as well, because we are doing kind of like the same damage that we were doing on the Summer Days uniform. And I think this and the Summer Days uniform are very, very close in terms of damage output. And I think both the uniform will reign superior, and of course, will perform almost exactly the same depending on the procs and stuff from that. So yes, we could have used the tier 3 skill right there. We did not. We made a mistake, and I think we could have finished it faster if we would have done that. So yes, this uniform looks to be better. I think it's better, but for ABX, we will see if the uniform gives you trouble with the CDP of energy. So in my verdict, I would say the uniform that we have right now could be the best for Null and could be better than Summer Days for Null, but maybe the Summer Days uniform might end up at the same score or kind of like the same score on the no restriction ABX or the ABX because of the consistency of the procs, because you will not really miss any procs unless because yes, if you use the second skill you can, otherwise you cannot miss the proc. You just cannot miss the proc on the Summer Days. It's just so good, and we did not even get the proc. Awesome. So we could have finished it a bit faster than what we are doing right now, but that's okay. We are, I think, gonna be finishing right now with 1 minute and 3 seconds left with not a bad run. So I think the difference from the Summer Days to this uniform, at least on Null, is about 15 seconds, I would say, which is not huge, to be honest. Like, it's not huge. So Summer Days, I don't think that's obsolete. If you should buy this uniform just for Null, you can. Yes. If you don't have it, can you do Null still with Summer Days? Yes, you can. If you don't have any uniforms, should you buy this uniform? Definitely get this uniform. Really great uniform. If you are looking forward to buy Summer Days uniform, you can get it later on when they put it on the sale, but we don't know when they are going to be putting on sale, maybe a few months from now. So I think getting the Cable uniform is not going to be a waste, but sadly, he's not Moonstone level. I thought he would be. I'm kind of disappointed that he's not. That's why I thought Awakened skill would be better for Cable than tier 3. But he's amazing. Let me know what you think about the video. Let me know what you think about the Cable tier 3. Really good, and we will do the ABX comparison when the no restriction ABX comes around. And as always, if you like the content, I hope to see you again. Take care. I'll see you all in the next one. Cable tier 3.